All guests in the amphitheater are requested to rise from their seats as the convocation procession is about to enter the amphitheater. All guests are kindly requested to rise from their seats as the convocation procession is about to enter the hall. All of you are requested to kindly stand for receiving the procession. Guests may now occupy their seats. May I now request everyone to stand up for the national anthem. All guests are requested to take their seats. May I now invite the Vice Chancellor to request the Chancellor to declare the convocation open.
Respected Chancellor, Sir, I have the honor to request you, sir, to declare the convocation open.
This ninth convocation of the National Law University Odisha Cuttack has been called to confer degrees upon the candidates who in the examinations held for the purpose have been certified to be worthy of the same. I now declare the convocation open.
Thank you, sir. May I now request the Vice Chancellor, Professor Ved Kumari, to deliver her welcome address.
Namaskar to everyone present, the dignitaries on the dais, and our people in the audience. On behalf of the faculty, staff, students, and other members of the NLUO family, I extend a warm and cordial welcome to all present here to the 9th Convocation of NLUO. We welcome with immense pleasure the distinguished guests present here today. We heartily welcome Honorable Justice U.U. Lalit, Chief Justice, Supreme Court of India and Visitor NLUO. We are pleased to welcome Honorable Dr. Justice Y.V. Chandrachud, Supreme Court of India amongst us. We welcome Honorable Mr. Justice M.R. Shah, Judge, Supreme Court of India and Visitors nominee NLUO. It is our privilege to welcome Honorable Dr. Justice S Muralidhar, Chief Justice, Orissa High Court, and the Chancellor NLUO to this convocation. We welcome the Honorable Sitting Judges of Orissa High Court, distinguished members of the General Council, Executive Council, Academic Council, Finance Committee, members of Orissa State Bar Council, senior advocates, esteemed guests from High Court, state government officials, state commission officials, faculty members, staff, graduating students, their parents, members of the media, and guests. I can assure you that I'm not going to read the full printed report. I will highlight some portions of that report. Let me begin with the most congenial task of highlighting the university's achievements in the past 1 year. It is with great pride and joy I announce that NLU has been placed 9th in India Today's Law School Rankings of 2022. At NLUO, we are making a constant endeavor towards instilling in students and the faculty the commitment towards academic research and innovation. In the innovation category, I highlight the initiative of drafting the Constitution of India in Braille. On the courses front, we have instituted 9 new single, double, and certificate courses for our students in various fields. You can see the list in my printed version of this speech. NLUO was brimming with academic and extracurricular activities through the year. Briefly, I may highlight that 2 national consultations, 1 state-level consultation, 1 national conference, 8 competitions on a wide range of subjects, 9 moot court training and competitions, 1 regional level competition, 1 national roundtable, 12 capacity building programs for teachers and students, and 7 webinars were held in this year. Full details are, of course, in the annual report of the university. NLUO organized many training programs on a range of subjects, including mediation, sexual harassment, cyber law and cybersecurity, constitutionalism, consumer dispute resolution through mediation. In furtherance of our commitment to grow and develop a research-based institution, we have networked with various agencies and have executed 9 MOUs for promotion of academics and research, and we will value each one of our partners. And I must add that we have been carrying on activities under each one of these MOUs listed in my written speech. I'm happy to mention that published academic contribution of NLU faculty includes 9 books, 15 book chapters, 27 journal articles, 10 teachers were resource persons in numerous trainings and workshops. NLU received 6 project grants, 13 papers were presented by faculty members in various national and state level conferences. NLU students conducted many outreach activities through its newly inaugurated NSS Bureau, the Pro Bono Club, the already established Legal Aid Clinic, and the Negotiation and Mediation Center initiated very recently. The 2nd and 3rd episode of Samvad found the Attorney General, Shri Ashok Parija, and senior advocate, Shri Surya Prasad Mishra, having interesting conversations with our students. This year also saw the return of NLUO's flagship programs, the annual Cultural Fest Kairan and the annual sports event Viraz, after 2 years of pandemic hiatus. The 9th edition of its flagship International Maritime Arbitration Moot was also conducted successfully. At NLUO, we value academic excellence and thus motivate our students to excel by giving them scholarships, gold medals, and recognition. I am proud to announce that this year, 22 gold medals are being given to the deserving students. The State Bank of India only yesterday has agreed to give the new LLM gold medal, replacing that of the NLU Vice Chancellor. The university also awarded merit-cum-means scholarships to 22 deserving students. NLU is very proud of its students who bring laurels to the university by participating and winning in academic and co-curricular activities. This year, NLU students won numerous awards in 10 moot court competitions, 29 debating competitions. The full list is given in the printed version. We are proud about the progress made in the placement of NLUO. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, 78% of the batch got placed across law firms, corporate jobs, and other research positions. This is a 38.2% increase from the placements of the batch of 2016-21. Looking forward, it is my pleasure to announce that the coming year shall see 4 of NLUO's very significant initiatives started recently being implemented. The first is the Mediation and Negotiation Center, established after 48 hours training of its teachers in mediation and inaugurated by our own Chief Justice, Justice Muralidhar. Second is NLUO's new 3-year BA program, offering 5 specialized vocational streams connected with law and legal profession, namely legal counselors, legal journalism, advocacy, legal profession assistance, and law and entrepreneurship. The third initiative relates to the Ninth International Conference on International Society for Child Indicators, being hosted by NLUO in February 2024, giving impetus to a range of actions researches by NLU on child health, education, and well-being as a run-up to the conference. The fourth initiative is NLUO's intervention program named Kutumb in 3 villages close to NLUO, focused on children's health, education, and well-being in terms of Sustainable Development Goals 2030. Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the United Nations, had observed, "There is no trust more sacred than the one the world holds with children. There is no duty more important than ensuring that their rights are respected, that their welfare is protected, that their lives are free from fear and want, and that they can grow up in peace." With this spirit, NLU will celebrate the year 2023 as the year of the child rights, child welfare, and child well-being. Before I conclude, I would like to express my thanks to many for their cooperation. We are grateful to the government of Odisha for the generous funding we have received for its infrastructure development. The High Court Registry, government departments, police and security staff, media and reporters have contributed immensely to making today's program a success. I extend my thanks to them all. I express my gratitude to the members of the General Council, Executive Council, Academic Council, Finance Committee for the development of the university. Lastly, I take this opportunity to convey my sincere thanks to all sections of the university community, teachers, staff, students, and alumni for their unstinted cooperation. I hope in the years to come, their sense of commitment and quality contributions will enable this university to scale new heights of excellence. I've saved 3 minutes of my speech time to request Professor Rangeen. Yes. I request Professor Rangeen Tripathi to say a few words on the purpose and process behind Khoj being released of the database Khoj and NLU's OS journals by the honorable judges on the dais. Professor Rangeen Tripathi.
I am pleased to introduce the volunteer and collaboration-driven effort, resulting in the first dataset of its kind in India, titled Khoj, an acronym for Know Your High Court Judges. The Khoj dataset captures the personal, educational, and professional background details across 43 variables of 2,111 High Court judges. It opens the pathways for researchers who are looking to probe deeper or wider into the composition of the high courts and those who want to undertake jurimetric studies which explore linkages between judicial behavior and background of judges. This data set is the result of a joint effort over 15 months involving more than 30 students and 10 professionals who volunteered their time and effort in preparing this data set. This was a collaboration between NLUO's Center for Public Policy, Law and Good Governance, Agami, and Civic Data Lab. It started with the Summer of Data 2021 program, where students from across the country became the original data creators using official and publicly available data sources. I want to thank everyone involved in this community-oriented collaborative exercise. This data set is now open and freely available on the Justice Hub platform, and we are releasing a booklet today with a short analysis of some of the insights derived from this data set. May I now please request Honorable Justice U. Lalit, Justice Chandrachud, Justice M.R. Shah, Justice Muralidhar, our Vice Chancellor and Registrar, to release the booklet. We also have on this occasion the releasing of our flagship journal of NLU Odisha, National Law University Odisha Law Journal, and the other journal that we started 4 years ago, Human Rights Law Journal.
Thank you, ma'am and sir. It is now my honor to introduce our guests on the dais. Our chief guest for the convocation is the Chief Justice of India, Hon'ble Mr. Justice U. Lalit, who took over as the 49th Chief Justice of India on the 27th of August, 2022. He is only the 6th senior advocate to be directly elevated to the Supreme Court and also the 2nd CJI to do so. Upon joining the bar in 1983, he practiced in the Bombay High Court as an advocate, after which he joined the chambers of Soli Sarabji, and in 2014, he was appointed as judge of the Supreme Court. He has served as a member of the Supreme Court Legal Services Committee, and in 2021, he was appointed as the executive chairperson of NALSA. Justice Lalit's notable judgments include the Triple Talaq case in 2017, in which a 5-judge constitutional bench ruled that the practice is unconstitutional and violates the right to equality. More recently, he was also part of the bench that reversed the Bombay High Court's controversial judgment that skin-to-skin contact was necessary to constitute sexual assault under the POCSO Act 2012. Honorable Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud was appointed as a judge of the Supreme Court on the 13th of May 2016. An alumnus of the Delhi and Harvard universities, Justice Chandrachud was designated as a senior advocate by the Bombay High Court in 1998, and he served as the Additional Solicitor General of India from 1998 to 2000. He has been appointed as the next executive chairperson of NALSA and is currently also the executive chairperson of the E-Committee of the Supreme Court of India. His most notable judgments include the Sabrimala temple case, which held that the exclusion of women between the ages of 10 to 50 years from the Sabrimala temple violates constitutional morality. Navtej Singh Johor's case, K.S. Puttaswamy, Joseph Shine, Common Cause versus Union of India are some of his other notable judgments. May I now introduce Honorable Mr. Justice M.R. Shah, who was elevated to the Supreme Court as a judge in November 2018, before which he served as the Chief Justice of Patna High Court. As an advocate, Justice Shah practiced in the areas of civil, criminal, constitutional, tax, labor, land service, and company laws. He has been part of historic judgments, such as the one delivered by the Supreme Court in Lieutenant Colonel Nitish's case. which streamlined the appointment of women officers into the Indian Army. Justice M.R. Shah was part of the three-judge bench that upheld the validity of the 2005 amendment to the Hindu Succession Act that allows daughters to have the same rights to Hindu ancestral property as their brothers. May I now request the Vice-Chancellor to invite the visitor's nominee, Hon'ble Mr. Justice M.R. Shah, Judge, Supreme Court of India, to deliver the address.
Respected Sir, I have the honor to request you to please deliver the address.
Very good morning to all of you. Honorable Mr. Justice Lalit, Honorable the Chief Justice of India, and the visitor, National Law University Odisha, my senior brother, Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, Senior Most Judge of the Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Dr. Justice S Muralidhar, Chief Justice, High Court of Orissa, other brother and sister judges of the High Court of Orissa, Chancellor, Professor Ved Kumari, Vice Chancellor, Professor Yogesh Pratap Singh, Registrar, faculty members of the university, graduating students and their proud parents, other invitees, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege to address a group of young women and men who are at the threshold of their career in the profession of law. It is an honor to deliver an address on the 9th Convocation of the National Law University Odisha. The National Law University Odisha has been established in the year 2009-2010. I am very happy to note that the National Law University Odisha has proved to be a very great institution in the field of law. It is remarkable within 13 to 14 years, the students of this prestigious university have usured a new era in legal excellence. Many students have joined the judiciary. That is an achievement in itself. Over the years, in short span of 13 to 14 years, NLUO Odisha is not all about academics. The campus also offers various co-curricular and extracurricular activities. The aforesaid is possible because of the constant guidance of our respected Honorable Mr. Justice Lalit, Chief Justice of India, Supreme Court of India, the constant guidance by respected Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Dr. Justice S Muralidhar, the Chancellor of the University, as well as the Vice Chancellor. Credit goes to all, including Vice Chancellor and Professor Ved Kumari and her entire team, and I am very happy and feel proud to be associated with such a prestigious law institution. It is said that it is the students who make the university what it is. Then next comes the faculty and the management. In any institution, unless there is a good faculty, the institution shall not progress, more particularly in the field of education. Infrastructure, though required, can be said to be in the secondary position. However, the first and foremost priority must be given to the good faculty, which I must say that the NLUO Odisha has. Let me first congratulate those who will receive today degrees and honors for their meritorious performance. I also congratulate the others who contributed to raise the level of competition by their participation. No matter whether you got the prize or not, what is important is making efforts. Those who play game will always succeed. Make efforts to achieve your goal. Dear students, friends, after receiving degrees, you will play a new innings in your life. Success in life now will depend upon your ability to apply the acquired knowledge effectively for maximum benefit. You are future of this country. You have to play a very important role in nation building. Being members of the legal fraternity, you owe a duty to the nation and the society. If you look in the past, stalwarts in the legal faculty have contributed in nation building right from Mahatma Gandhiji, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, and others. You should be proud and privileged that you will be part of the legal faculty, a noble profession. The Convocation Day has been said to be one of the most momentous occasions in the education of the young students. You are about to take first step into the real world. There shall be various challenges in your life hereafter. Be ready to face the challenges. Do not afraid of any challenges. Think big, dream big, and set Everest goal. Be a lion. Think lion and think I can do. Learn from the lion in the forest. Recently, I come across one motivational speech which I would like to share with my young dear students. Friends, giving an example of giraffe, elephant, lion, it is stated that though giraffe is tallest elephant is strongest and heaviest animal, still lion rules. Lion rules because lion believes that I can kill, and giraffe and elephant believes that the lion can kill. Change your attitude. Always be positive. Think positive. Be deaf to the negative, like day frog. The frog was climbing the tree. All frogs were telling the frog that do not try to climb. He fell down. But the frog went ahead and reached the top of the tree. Why? Because frog was deaf. The frog did not hear the negative thoughts and believed that I can do it. Like that, you always think positive. This positiveness will bring you the success and will bring you on the top. One must learn from the waterfalls also. Although water falls from hill, it never thinks it had fallen. It rises to run as an unstoppable river. Life is not about falling, but rising as every fall. Friends, smooth roads never make good drivers. Clear sky never make good pilots. Problem-free life never makes strong person. So don't ask the life, why me? Say, try me. This is the positiveness should be in your life. It is said that every dark cloud will have a silver lining. Do not lose your heart, even in the worst stages of your life, and fight against it. Even if anywhere in your life there is a failure, convert failure as a stepping stone for the success. Never adopt any shortcuts to success. Today, after completing the legal education, you have three options available: to go on litigation side and become a lawyer and practice in the court, to join the corporate firms, and to join the judiciary. Those who want to join the litigation must learn some basic requirements to become a successful lawyer. According to me, while appearing in the court, in a case, 4 P's are important. 1, prepare, perfection, presentation, and politeness. One should not appear in the court and argue the case unless he has thoroughly prepared the matter, both on facts and on law. Whatever you do, do it with perfection. What is important in the court is presentation. How you present your matter before the court is very important. Lastly, what is important is present your case with politeness. One another P is also to be considered equally important, that is punctuality in life. If all the aforesaid P's you follow, in that case, you may become a successful lawyer. In future, you may join the litigation or judiciary or even a corporate office. My only request and advice to you that you do not compromise with your ethics. Do not compromise with your honesty and integrity. Whatever you do, do with commitment and hard work. Hard work always pays in future. Do not go for shortcuts. It never helps in life. Do the service to the society, service to the victim, service to the needy. Service to the needy should be your motto. You owe a duty to our society. Be humble. Life is eco. What you give will bounce back and return to your life. You thank God to give this opportunity. All of you are lucky enough to reach this position. Many in our country did not reach. You should thank God that God has given you this opportunity to serve the society and needy. God bless you all. Once again, I congratulate all of you. Opportunities are waiting outside. You go out and get the taste of life on your own terms, but keep in mind what is said today. Good luck. Once again, I am thankful to all of you to give me this opportunity to be with all of you and for listening me patiently. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. May I now request the Vice-Chancellor to invite Honorable Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, Judge, Supreme Court of India, to deliver his address.
Respected sir, I have the honor to request you to please deliver the address.
You really made my day by this wonderful applause. What more can a judge expect in life? Thank you. Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Justice Uday Umesh Lalit, my distinguished colleague, Justice M.R. Shah, Chief Justice Muralidhar, Vice Chancellor, judges, faculty, students, and parents. I'm supposed to be a guest artist at today's event. And like a guest artist, I'm supposed to make a cameo, make a brief appearance, and try and leave a few thoughts for your digestion. I must at the outset congratulate all of you students, your parents, and your faculty for having given you this opportunity. At all these convocations, and I've done quite a few of them, I reach out to my own. Through these convocations, I reach out to my own faculty who inspired me in life. Professors like Professor B. Shivramaya, who taught us law and poverty in Delhi University, who taught us the grassroots reality of Indian society. Professor Lotika Sarkar, who taught us criminology and who was really my inspiration to lead my life on a path of protecting feminist values and the quest for human rights. Professor Upen Bakshi, Professor Mulchand Sharma, whose classes on contract law were inspiring to say the least. Myriad other professors, and before them, teachers from school and college. And I, of course, relate to my own parents who were confronted with bringing up a very sickly child as I was when I was a young child. My own mother, who probably spent years and years of nights awake so that the child could see a better day. So through you, I reach out to those who have shaped my own life. You have now learned the craft of the law. You have graduated and you have learned the craft of the law. You have obtained information about the law. You have acquired information about the law. Hopefully, at least some of you have acquired a sense of knowledge about the law. The law is all about a craft. Beyond the craft, the law is a profession which you are all about to enter. It's a discipline. There is a certain internal discipline about the law. But law college and your life as students should not only enable you to learn the law, and as you go forth in life, you should not really look upon these years as having learned the law. There is something far more important about the law, which is to think about the law. And what the law teaches law students is not just the law or information or knowledge about the law, but how to think about the law. So please understand, as you progress in life, that you must learn how to think about the law. What does the law bring us as a discipline? The law as a discipline brings us reason. We reason with each other. We don't physically wrestle with each other. And we don't offload firearms when we are in conflict with each other. We reason with each other. The law tells you about a dialogue. That different elements in society, different groups in society, different groups within families, within businesses, within communities, will enter into a dialogue about the law. In other words, what the law seeks to do is to displace tyranny with accountability. The law challenges arbitrariness and seeks to challenge arbitrariness with a culture of respect for rights, the rights of others. The law in that sense is a very vital element in our society, because our society can survive and be stable so long as our law encourages inclusion and pluralism. When we respect the fact that each of us have differing views, and we respect those views. We don't tolerate those views. Tolerance is, in my word, a difficult phrase because you tolerate somebody whom you don't like. But you respect people for the views which they possess, even those views which do not accord with your own views. We don't tolerate others. We accept them. We accept them and learn from them as much as from our own lives. I guess it is very natural for all of you to be confused about the future. I was confused when I was at your stage of life. I wanted to do a post-graduation in the Delhi School of Economics. I wanted to join the civil services, but somehow straddled into the law. But for you, the options are even more numerous. In our times, the brightest went into medicine or engineering. Today, the brightest go into law, which is a first choice of youngsters like you. But the choices before you are numerous. Some of you may become lawyers. Some of you may become judges one day or immediately. Others may become politicians. Some of you may join public service. Some of you may become painters or actors. The law is not a constraining discipline. The law is a discipline which broadens your horizons because it brings you face to face with every element in society. As lawyers, you would appear for the law-abiding. You would appear for those who have no respect for law. But that is a great learning that the law teaches you. That the law brings you face to face with the diversity of human experience. But I hope that some of you will take to litigation. I do understand that litigation is not for everyone in society, not all young lawyers. There are uncertainties about the practice of law in a court of law. You have to have the staying power, which everybody may not necessarily have. Some young students who are my law clerks always tell me that they have loans to pay, which they have incurred for studies in a national law school. Therefore, many students join not what I feel is the mainstream, but go into transactional lawyering. But whatever choice you make, remember that your choice is your choice, and there is no one fixed choice. And the paths to realization of your objectives in life are many. So don't regret the choices which you make, but keep your choices open today. Because who knows, at a future point of time in your career, your choices may have to change. But above all, remember that the choices which you make should lead you to become a good human being, compassionate, so that you can leave the world a better place every day of your lives. The law, in a significant sense, is a service. And if you ignore the element of service from the law loses its core, it will lose its soul. So remember that the success of your life will depend upon how you craft your own life to be of service to others, to the underprivileged. So many of you here are women. And I have one word for all of you, which is that you are all going to be role models for the future of Indian society. You are going to be harbingers of change in our society. You will have to confront the patriarchal mindsets which still govern our society. This is what a woman should do. This is what a woman shouldn't do. This is what a man should do. This is what a man should not do. You will have to challenge these values and lead our society to a better future. So in a sense, the world today really lies within half or more of our population, which is you young women lawyers who will be the agents for change in Indian society in the future. We all live in an age of information and communications technology. Information is available for all of you at a flick of a button. What has information technology done to us? Information technology has given us short attention spans. I should know that because I shouldn't talk too long, because I know that your attention spans may be rather short. But we also live in information bubbles. We read what we like to read. We don't read what we dislike to read. We do not consider viewpoints with which we do not agree with. So this is the product of the age of information in which we live. Now, that is a great danger to our age. The danger of our wanting to associate with like-minded people. And I would implore all of you to associate with, of course, like-minded people, but people who are not like-minded as you are. Because you will learn a great deal from others who think differently, who dress differently, who eat differently, who believe differently, or don't believe in you at all. So please do remember to associate with others who are not necessarily of the same genre as you are. Information, knowledge, and vision are continuing ends of the same spectrum. And as you progress in life, remember always to move from the spectrum of information to the spectrum of knowledge, and from the spectrum of knowledge to the spectrum of vision, because it is then that you will achieve your true potential. So I'll conclude by saying that as young lawyers, and having learned this discipline in 5 years or 3 years, as the case may be, challenge the familiar. Learn to challenge the familiar. aspire for what lies beyond your reach, and ask questions. The great change in the present generation from my own generation, we were taught not to ask questions. We were taught to respect authority. So we didn't ask questions, whether it was at home or beyond, which wasn't a bad thing because we became very disciplined people. But for you, the life beyond the law is a life which can really evolve, provided you ask questions, demand accountability, challenge the status quo. Why should this be like it is today? And why cannot I change what it is today? And it is only in asking questions that you can demand accountability. It is only in aspiring to achieve what is beyond your grasp or your reach today that you can aspire for a truly better future, not only for yourself, but for those around you, many of whom you may know, but most of whom you will never know in your life. So your life as a lawyer, as a judge, as a public person will be all about teaching and touching the lives of those whom you have never met, whom you will never have occasion to meet. Because it is in your ability to change the lives of those who you know don't know that you will really realize your true potential. So as I told you, I have to make a guest appearance today. I made this brief guest appearance, and it's been such a pleasure to be here. And once again, thank you very much for acknowledging me right at the beginning. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the inspiring address. May I now request the Vice Chancellor to invite Honorable Mr. Justice Uday Umesh Lalit, the Chief Justice of India and visitor of the university, to deliver the convocation address.
Respected sir, I have the honor to request you to please deliver the convocation address.
My illustrious colleagues, Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice M.R. Shah, Dr. Justice S Muralidhar, Chief Justice of Orissa High Court and Chancellor of the University, Dr. Ved Kumari, Learned Vice Chancellor of the University, Learned Registrar of the University, all dignitaries who are present here, all the faculty members, all the participating and graduating students, their proud parents, ladies and gentlemen. We saw a wonderful guest appearance today. Our country believes in Atithi Devo Bhava. So I wish this guest could have continued and sort of regaled us, recharged us, and given us few pieces of what a wonderfully researched presentation it was. I stand here as visitor of this university. They used to say that Battle of Waterloo was won on the playfields of Eton and Harrow. Many legal battles in future, perhaps I think the grains of that success must have been sown here in this university. You young graduates will now be embracing the world. Legal profession, they say, is a noble profession. Why? Because judging fellow citizens, adjudicating their conduct, deciding to a certain extent, their future. Whether a person is required to be kept in confinement or not is a sovereign function. And in the discharge of this sovereign function, law graduates, lawyers are part of this decision making. With their training imbibed in them, they are considered to be the most favored lot who can represent citizens in this dispute resolution mechanism. Every society has to be an orderly society, and if there be frictions, if there be any kind of disputes or inconsistencies, those must be sorted out in the most orderly fashion. And what better course than having the disputes or inconsistencies resolved through a court of law. So you are now going to be part of that profession. The society has given you training. It has given you now the authorization to represent citizens before courts of law and other adjudicating authorities. This profession has been one of the front runners when it comes to keeping the civil rights intact. History of every society, every country shows that those who are legally trained minds have been the beacons, have been the path breakers, have been the centers of attraction when it comes to raising voice against any kind of injustice. Even our freedom fighters, great many freedom fighters, our founding fathers in the Constituent Assembly, they were from your profession. They were the ones who tried to shape the destiny of this country, who tried to design the future of the mankind, the future of these fellow countrymen of this nation. So you are now going to be the path breakers, you are now going to be the torch bearers. Hereafter, the society will be looking forward to your contributions at every juncture. Before you enter the profession, just 2 or 3 things which, as a person who has been in this profession, this line for last more than 38 years, if I can just flag those issues. As a legal professional, one must have complete passion for the profession. Whatever you do, whatever occasions which demand your contribution, you must immerse yourself completely, give the best of your, whatever you can, to the best of your ability. And secondly, there's again, apart from passion, there must be compassion for fellow human beings, fellow countrymen. That compassion will tell you what exactly should the course be adopted in case there be any dispute or any doubt. Adopt a course of conduct which will definitely benefit the fellow countrymen. If you go by these 2 logics, passion and compassion, perhaps I think you will have done tremendously well in profession in years to come. 1 or 2 areas, and consider those options as well. One area apart from the legal profession, whether it is corporate law or whether it is litigation, consider one area which is adjudication. and that is the Judicial Service. Judicial Service will be the most promising one, most satisfying one, and the training that you have had, you can utilize that training to achieve what is called dispute resolution from the first core, that is you yourself are the judges. You will definitely be helping the fellow countrymen. And one last part. For last about a year and a half, I have been associated with legal aid work. And what I find is, I don't mean to complain or show any disrespect, but somehow the legal aid work in this country is a bit neglected. You are the young torch bearers now. Think of legal aid to a certain extent. Devote your time, devote your energies to the extent possible for legal aid work. And it will again be bringing you back to that level of compassion. That compassion will drive you in the right direction. It will show you the correct path. So whatever you have learned, you'll give it back to the society. So good luck to all of you in your new pursuit, in your new dimension, in your new avatar as the qualified legal professionals which the society has now bestowed that honor onto you. Thank you so much. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much, sir. May I now invite the Vice Chancellor to request the Honorable Chief Justice of India and Visitor NLUO to award gold medals to the students.
Respected Sir, I have the honor to request you to award the gold medals to the meritorious students.
Suprab Garg, he'll be receiving 7 gold medals. He'll be receiving Dinabandhu Sahu Memorial Gold Medal, donated by Dinabandhu Sahu Memorial Trust for first rank in the BLLB Honours degree. He is also receiving Shri Gagan Bihari Das Memorial Gold Medal, donated by Mr. Ashok Parija, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India and Advocate General Orissa, for high score in criminal law. He is receiving Raj Bihari Ray Gold Medal, donated by Shri Bijan Ray, Senior Advocate, High Court of Orissa, for highest score in commercial laws. He is receiving State Bank of India Gold Medal, instituted by State Bank of India for high score in banking law. Also receiving Nisha Muni Devi and Bhagwat Charan Mohanty Memorial Gold Medal, donated by Professor Priyamvada Mohanty Hejmari for high score in international law. He is also receiving Smart Chip Gold Medal, instituted by Smart Chip Private Limited for high score in alternative dispute resolution. And finally, he is also receiving University Gold Medal, instituted by NLUO for high score in intellectual property laws. Arya Jha, she'll be receiving 4 gold medals. She'll be receiving Srimati Pavani Yeswara Lakshmi Memorial Gold Medal, donated by Shri P.P. Rao, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India, for high score in BALLB and BBALLB combined female. She is also receiving Anant Mishra and Annapurna Mishra Gold Medal, donated by Shri Mr. Surya Prasad Mishra, Senior Advocate and the former Advocate General, Government of Orissa, for Best All-Round Female Student. She is also receiving Madhusudan Mohanty Memorial Gold Medal, donated by Mr. Biswajit Mohanty, Chairman, BRM IIT, for outstanding leadership. And finally, University Gold Medal instituted by NLUO for holding second rank in the BLLB honors degree.
Justice Chandrachud, respected sir, I have the honor to request you to award the gold medals to the meritorious students.
Shushmit Mandal, he'll be receiving 4 gold medals. Firstly, Sri ML Mitra Memorial Gold Medal donated by Professor NL Mitra, former Chancellor, KIT University, for first rank in the BBLLB honors degree. He is also receiving SKS Juris Legal Group Gold Medal donated by Ms. Kajal Mishra and Ms. Sheetal Mishra, advocates and founders, SKS Juris Legal Group, for high score in constitutional law. He is receiving overall topper gold medal instituted by Institute of Company Secretaries for high score in BLLB and BBLLB combined male. And finally, Sri Vichitrananda Mohanty Memorial Gold Medal donated by Sri Vivekananda Mohanty for best all-round male student. Ritu Parna Pari, she is receiving Satya Kamal Memorial Gold Medal donated by Sri Manas Ranjan Mahapatra for high score in personal law. Tushar Trivedi, he is receiving Ritvik Das Memorial Gold Medal donated by parents of Ritvik Das for outstanding performance in outdoor sports.
May I now request you, sir, to return to your seat. May I now request the Vice-Chancellor to invite Mr. Justice M.R. Shah.
Respected sir, I have the honor to request you to award the gold medals to the meritorious students.
Shivalika Rudravatla, she will be receiving University Gold Medal instituted by NLUO for third rank in the BLLB honors degree. Jayesh Advani, he is receiving University Gold Medal instituted by NLUO for second rank in the BBLLB honors degree. Arvind Sankar, he is receiving University Gold Medal instituted by NLUO for third rank in the BBLLB honors degree.
May I request you, sir, to return to your seat. May I now request the Registrar to invite the Vice-Chancellor to award gold medals to students.
I now request, respected Madam, I have the honor to request you to award the gold medals to the meritorious students.
Neha Rani, she will be receiving University Gold Medal instituted by Vice-Chancellor, National Law University Odisha for first rank LLM in Constitutional Law from 2021-2022 batch. Kavya PH, She is receiving University Gold Medal instituted by State Bank of India for holding first rank LLM in Corporate Law 2021-2022 batch.
ये लोग जा रहे हैं उसके बाद we will announce once they go because they have to be there for the vote.
May I now invite the Vice Chancellor to request the Chancellor to award degrees to the students.
Respected Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to request you, sir, to award the degrees.
Let the candidates for the various degrees stand forward. Do you sincerely promise and declare that, if admitted to the degrees for which you are candidates and for which you have been recommended, you will, in your daily life and conversation, conduct yourselves as worthy members of this university? Let the candidates now be presented.
May I now request the Vice Chancellor to present to the Chancellor the candidates taking the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in person.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the candidates of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. They have been found qualified for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, to which I pray they may be admitted. Candidates taking the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in person will please stand forward.
Come there. I'm supposed to say something. You know, I was supposed to say something. I admit you to the degree. By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of the National Law University Odisha, Cuttack, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, PhD of this university.
Ms. Nidhi Chauhan, her thesis is titled Anti-Dumping Measures and Competition Policy, Mapping the Interface. Mr. Sanjeev Kumar Panigrahi, titled Sentencing Policy in India, a study of sentencing of corporations. Mr. Pallav Das. His thesis is titled The Scrutiny of Contractual Disputes in Maritime Arbitration Cases, a comparative analysis of the judicial trend in the UK and India. Mr. Ramakrishna Das, PR, will be receiving the degree in absentia. His thesis title is Police Investigation in India, a Critical Analysis. Thank you.
May I now request the Chancellor to present mementos to Hon'ble Mr. Justice Uday Umesh Lalit. May I now request you, sir, to present the memento to Honorable Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. May I now request you, sir, to present the memento to Honorable Mr. Justice M.R. Shah. Now, may I request our Vice-Chancellor to present memento to the Chancellor, Honorable Dr. Justice S Muralidhar. I would like to announce that we will now break for lunch. All students receiving their degrees in person are instructed to finish their lunch strictly within 45 minutes and take their respective seats in the convocation hall, failing which the degrees would have to be collected from the examination department. Now we shall all break for lunch and reconvene at 1:30 p.m. Thank you. May I now request the Vice-Chancellor to present to the Chancellor candidates taking the degree of Master of Laws in person as well as in absentia.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the degree of Master of Laws, LLM, whose names are set out in the list. They have been found qualified for the degree of Masters of Law, LLM, to which I pray they may be admitted. Candidates taking the degree of Masters of Law in person will please stand forward.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor, of NLUO Odisha, I admit you as also the candidates in absentia to the degree of Master of Laws, LLM, of this university.
Mr. Avinav Yadav. Apurva Agarwal. Vishwak Sen Ponda. Damon Linkoy. Achal. Habiba Sheikh. Ishan Rath. Jai Prakash Mishra. Jyoti Prakash Datta. Kaushik S. Kavya PH. Kiran Kumari. Lakshman Soren. Mumuksha R. Vats. N. Maheshwari Rao. Niharani. Pavitra Mohan Ponda. Prajakta Dhabolkar. Punyaja Singh. Sanket Samal. Simon Signa Jenna, Shefali, Shriyanka Das, Shruti Sharma, Swaraj Aditya Bose, Tanvi. Following students of LLM 2021-2022 batch are receiving their degree in absentia: Aditi Gupta, Anurag Panda, Dhruv Vadwan, Faiz Azam, Naman Tripathi, Nidhi Gupta, Raji Raman, Vagisha Kumre, Vineet Gupta. Following students of LLM 2020-21 batch is receiving their degree in absentia: Suraj Sharma, Surbhi Dhanuka.
May I now request the Vice Chancellor to present to the Chancellor candidates taking the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Laws honors in person as well as in absentia.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Laws honors, BLLB honors, whose names are set out in the list. They have been found qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Laws honors, BLLB honors, to which I pray they may be admitted. Candidates taking the degree of BLLB in person will please stand forward.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of the National Law University Odisha, Cuttack, I admit you as also the candidates in absentia to the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Laws honors, BA LLB honors of this university.
Just
Aratrika Bal, Arya Jha, Achint Dubey, A Swaroop Bhatnagar, Adarsh Singh, Aditi Deshwal, Aditya Rathod, Akarsh Kumar, Amanjit Tiwari, Amit Kumar, Amrasha Singh, Anamika Mishra, Ananya Panda, Anjali Agarwal, Anshuman Aditya Saraf, Orkunil Bhomik, Arth Singhal, Ashish Singh, Siddhant Gupta, Ashutosh Bajpai, Ashutosh Chaudhary, Aisha Chayani, Ayush Agrawal, Ayush Sharma, Chandan Singh, Devraj Bhargava, Iram Tabassum, Gaurav Jairaj, Geeti Pragyan Mahapatra, Gaurangi Khanna, Harshvardhan Singh, Isha Pandey, Ishita Shailesh, Jatin Yadav, Kumar Manglam, Aryaman Tiwari, Akash Das, Najish Prabhakar, Neha S. Upin, Nikhil Pandey, Nikita Datla, Nitya Khanna, Palash Mulchandani, Parul Pradhan, Prajna Das Mahapatra, Prajwal Tiwari, Shri Aditya Kumar, Priyanshu Kumar, Revati Tapela, Rishabh Sarve, Rishank Tiwari, Rituparna Padi, Rohit Venkateshan, Ruchi Lakra, Saiba Vyas, Sheikh Jiarul Haq, Saksham Singh, Sandeep Singh Chauhan, Shashwat Anubhav, Shivalika Rudra Batla, Swaha Swayam Siddha, Shubham Shivangsh, Siddharth Deharia, Sugandhi Jain, Sukanya Das, Suman Nayak, Suprabh Garg, Tania Rathore, Tushar Trivedi, Udipto Sharma, Utkarsh Trivedi, Varun Litoria, Vishal Bijlani, Yashash Chandra Venkatasai, following student of BLLB Honors 2016-21 batch is receiving Dipesh Singhal, following students of BLLB Honors 17-22 batch are receiving their degree in absentia: Abhi Singh Singar, Abhijit Singh, Aditya Narayan Divedi, Aman Chaudhary, Ashraf Bilal, Ashutosh Parikh, Digvijay Singh Chauhan, Farhana Akhtar, Himangshu Ojha, Jewel Bhatija, K. Amog Varsha, Kumar Karthik, Kumari Anju, Maulika Divakar, Palak Agarwal, Priyank Yadav, Ragini Agarwal, Rati Chaure, Ratnesh Mukharia, Rishika Rishi Jain, Sana Taufiq, Sankalp Suman, Satyendra Rawat, Shambhavi Mukherjee, Shinjini Mitra, Shivani Singh, Shrabuni Vera, Shreyas Chaudhary, Snehil Shukla, Soumya Kumari, Udita Sharma, Utsav Kumar Divedi, Yogesh Singh, Zodika, and Onam Jain. Following students of BLLB Honors 2016-21 batch who are also receiving their degree in absentia are Rajeshwari, Shwetav Singh, and Suruchi Bharti.
Waiting for ma'am. May I now request the Vice Chancellor to present to the Chancellor candidates taking the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration and Laws honors in person as well as in absentia. All other candidates are requested to remain seated.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration and Laws, BBA LLB honors, whose names are set out in the list. They have been found qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration and Laws honors, BBA LLB honors, to which I pray they may be admitted. Candidates taking the degree of BBA LLB honors in person will please stand forward.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of the National Law University Odisha, Cuttack, I admit you as also the candidates in absentia to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration and Laws, Honours, BBA LLB Honours of this university.
Abhishek Gupta. Amruta Pradhan. Anindya Patnaik. Ankita Kamath. Anshika Rathore. Anuj Jain. Apurva Upadhyay. Arnav Mahapatra. Arvind Sankar. Ayushi Shukla. Darshan Burana. Gohil Prithviraj. Harsha Tiwari. Himanshu Shimbekar. Ishani Jamula. Jay Shadwani, Lakshya Sharma, Mahati Saveri, Manav Med, Maria Hasna, Nishtha Arora, Parthsarthi Srivastav, Pearl Chinny, Pratim Majumdar, Pulkit Singhal, Rose Maria Sebi, Shanik Sarkar, Shivani Samarpita Ojha, Shreya Sahu, Shreya Sundaraman, Shubham Gupta, Siddharth Jain, Shushmit Mandal, Swapna Singh, Tanmay Mehra, Harika Tejawat, Utkarsh Khatana, Vaishnavi Jain, Mundari Suvarna Rekha. The following students of BBA LLB Honours 2017-22 batch are receiving their degree in absentia. Lodha Shre Surendra, Jagannath Mishra, Achal Khandilwal, Arita Sarkar, Devaditya Datta Gupta, Disha Barua Chaudhary, Hemang Singh, Jeet Manu Satpati, Niranjan Jose, Oashish Bisht, Omkar, Padmata Gitika, Shaurya Samanta, Shreya Sharma, Swapnil Jain, Varun Vaghakar, Vishesh Jain. Following students of BBLLB Honours 2016-21 batch are receiving their degree in absentia: Mukesh Kumar, Virag Kumar, Vivek Raj.
May I now request the Vice Chancellor to invite the Chancellor to dissolve the convocation.
I request you, sir, to kindly dissolve the convocation. Sorry.
I dissolve the convocation.
All of you are requested to rise for the national anthem. The reverse convocation procession will now commence. I request everyone to remain standing until the procession comes to an end. Please do not move from your positions as the procession commences. Heartiest congratulations to everyone. We'll now break for the